Welcome back to the channel, my friends. So a few people have said, man, you haven't updated us lately, and they are correct. We've been swamped again. So we have some pretty awesome stuff going on. Spring is right around the corner. The guys and I have been working, well, they've been doing 10 12 hours days. I've been here 15 16. So today's Saturday. Street tuned one car for a guy and then dynoed this truck really quickly to baseline, doing some cleanup. CJ's actually on his way up here to help me do some cleaning, and then I got to put together a couple short blocks before Monday, and then we can get one of these turbo Trans Ams situated on the dyno hopefully within a couple days then. So yeah, it is definitely off to a crazy start for the year. We have had so many phone calls and emails and messages on Facebook. It's been pretty tough to keep up, but we are super excited and we're going to try. Now that we have a crew of 3, things go a little bit better here and there. It's definitely a little time off of some of the projects for me, and I can schedule and tune and sell parts and all that good stuff too. So scheduling's a little easier as well. So it's been definitely a help. So over here we have, to just brush up on what's going on, we have a supercharged Gen 5 truck with a Magnuson. It's got like a 9-pound pulley on it right now, and it makes 485, 490 to the tire. We are going to throw a smaller pulley on it and try to shoot for 12 or 13 pounds, I think it was he wanted to. And we're going to do a BTR2 cam for it just to give it a little bit of thump and not need a converter. So should be a pretty nice addition to that one. The thing sounds awesome, and it will do a really easy burnout. I didn't mean to last night, and I just whacked it really quick, and it was like, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And one of the reasons why I tell all of you guys when you want a turbo street car, like, no, let's do a blower, because it will knock the tires off with the blip of a throttle, and you will not regret that, opposed to when we do these turbo builds that are like primarily street and in no race or very little race. It's like you got to kick it down and you're in there like, and it's cool, you back half and it's fast, but it's not blow or snap. So if you put the two side by side, you'd know what I mean. But anyways, the truck is awesome. It's super clean. I mean, it's dirty right now, but like the paint is very nice. The truck is very nice. It was well built. It's been very well taken care of. So anyways, one of my other friends, Josh, dropped off his 17 Zl1, and we put that on the dyno. He said he put a E85 in it and ran pretty bad with a flex sensor. It's because the last shop had the flex sensor wired incorrectly, and then there was broken ground, so it was 2 reasons. But anyways, not a big deal. We got that resolved in a long day of troubleshooting a couple things, but did really well. Came in 593 on 93. I get it to 609 on 93, 630 on E40, and it was out of fuel there. So she rips pretty good. So then we did a quick little 3-step paint correction on it. It was pretty scratched up from the previous guy. So she's a shiny one now. It glistens in the sun, and that metal just really pops on it. It's super awesome. And on to the next one. Another 2 shops have tried to tune this Trans Am with a 454 LS in it. It has LS7 heads from RPM and a B3 camshaft, and they've had some serious troubles getting it to start and idle. This car is beautiful with like 90,000 original miles on it, and the owner takes extremely good care of it. I haven't found one scratch on it yet. I was just drooling all over it though, so that's probably going to be stained. He's going to be upset. Just kidding. This thing is absolutely beautiful. The paint is immaculate. It is an amazingly clean car, and it has an awesome engine and trans combo, and I will actually pop the hood just to show you because it is super awesome. Try to squeeze in here. I don't want to scratch it. This thing is the ultimate F-body right here. Like, if you want an F-body, this is the dream. This is the dream life here. I mean, the beautiful blue color, first off, it almost has a color change effect to it. The snorkel hood is the low pro, like a firehawk-ish kind of one, and that's fine too. The best part is this thing is bad to the bone. So we got, 6-speed. Oh, come over here. 6-speed RPM heads. This thing is bad. I am super stoked to get it running because A, I want to see how much power it makes, and B, I wouldn't mind grabbing a second and third really quick on the street, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I resolve his issues after trailering it from 2 states away to try to get it resolved. So anyways, that car is awesome. Ben's Trans Am's up next. We're gonna get her moved in Monday. It was a stock bottom end LS1, and cracked a ringland over some time, over some years. So we, well, it's a turbo car. We are putting together a 5.3 piston rod combo, and we're gonna smack it in there next week and get it on the dyno. So basically run of the mill, aluminum block 5.3, OEM 243s, bowl blended and valve jobbed and stuff. I think it's a 78, 75 precision turbo, 6-speed car. Literally just wants to do burnouts and drive around town and sound good. I made a really awesome stainless connection pipe to it, and it's got dual exhaust still, so it's pretty cool. But anyways, we're gonna get that wrapped up this week and get that on the dyno. He's gonna be stoked. So we've had that. I told him drop it off in the fall. We'll get to it when the parts come back from the machine shop. So parts came back from the machine shop last week, getting it done next week. No games over here. Team no games. Otherwise, other people, they wait on ported heads for 6 months, like this beautiful 48,000 mile LS1. We're still waiting on heads. We've been storing the car for 6 months, and it was supposed to be done like 5 or 6 months ago. So I keep going, I'm gonna push this thing outside. And then I'm like, well, it's a really nice car, a little longer, but we're gonna have to charge them storage for that one because it's taking up fine real estate, 68-degree fine real estate all winter. No snow, no salt, nothing like that. Well, you know, that's the car industry. Sometimes people don't mind leaving stuff, and I don't understand it. I wouldn't want to leave mine. I wouldn't want to leave my red truck sitting somewhere for 6 months just because I take really good care of stuff, and a lot of people don't care like that. So you guys have all seen this. We finally got the pinstripes off, and it took me 35 hours to paint correct it, to get the pinstripes to blend in, because obviously they were on there since '03. But she's looking snazzy as ever, and I just love it so much. So I cannot wait for spring myself, because I'm going to drive the living heck out of it, and I'm stoked for that. I think I posted an idle video of the SSR. That's still here too. He's gonna come and get it next week. These are not my favorite by any means. I don't think they're anyone's favorite by any means, but they're different and they tried. And this one has a 5.3 with a Tick Stage 2 street heat cam. Came in, made 220 stock, and left with 358 to the tire with long tubes, high flow cats, and it was a muffler delete, so technically 338. So actually the OEM muffler did lose 20 wheel horsepower. So that was a pretty cool thing to gauge right there. It's like a straight through boiler or something would probably still tone it down enough to drive. Like that's what I had on the Suburban. And that's another surprise. I bought the Suburban back from my friend. He posted for sale and decided he wanted to put more money into a short box. And I was like, I need that back in my life. Bought it back from him, and I ripped third out of it the 5th day I had it. I didn't know anything about the trans. It was something that we ended up picking up over time that was used in some built Camaro, and it was like, yeah, I don't know how much we trust that. So it's still smacks second good, and oddly enough, fourth still works. So I was driving to the credit union, and obviously I had the subs just pounding, and I couldn't hear anything. And I was like, wow, what is the trans slipping or something? And I was like, oh, there's just a neutral where third used to be. So I'm like, man, brought it to the shop, and Andrew ripped it out really quick. We were going to put it back together. And I'm like, you know what? Chill out for a minute. We'll push it off to the side. And I'm going to debating on, I'll probably just buy an RPM level 5 for it. They're a few grand. And I won't have to worry about that because my trans building skills on a 60 are very marginal, and I don't like working on stuff over and over when it's my own. So I'll just spend a little bit more money and get an RPM and just be done with it. Like the red truck. Well, that trans came, it's a level 7. But it came out of a Camaro running like 590s in the 8th on a big shot of spray, and for years. And then I bought it. I've already got 2 summers on it, well, 1.5. And I mean, it's held some power, so maybe one day it'll break, and that's fine. I'll just send it back to RPM and be like, fix me back up. Let's go, Doc. So anyways, figured I'd do a little bit of a walk and talk and look at that Trans Am because it's so awesome again. Try to just go over some stuff. Like I said, we're getting cleaned up today, and we will get back to everything next week and full force dead ahead. We got 3 weeks until April, you know, so usually April up here in Michigan is where things start getting really clean, and that's when everybody comes out with their Vets and Camaros, and they're like, hey, can you get me in yesterday? And you're like, maybe, no, but we'll try. Hopefully with the addition of CJ and Andrew, and hopefully with the addition of those two, we'll be able to get some time frames cut down. Like, we had a very productive week last week. It was definitely the most profitable week we've ever had. There were some stressful moments, but we pushed through as a team, and we did pretty good, and we got a few cam jobs out and quite a few dyno tunes out and got some stuff accomplished anyways. So it was overall a good week, and if we can keep that momentum up, I think we can gain some ground on this year-long schedule we have, especially so when spring gets here and people pick their cars up instead of leaving them here. But really looking forward to the summer. Thanks for following along, fellas and ladies. We'll keep you updated with some more videos. Dick was busy, so he didn't get to put anything together. We got a lot of clips and different stuff and tons of cool stuff to put together. Just time is money, so we got to stick to the money, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, take care, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.